Willie D Live.
Then Hostile came. And he was like, yo, I'm gonna start bringing you out.
Yeah, that was beautiful, man. And it did look like when you came out, when he brought you out, you could tell you was gonna be trouble when you was sitting in that window like this, and the video on Hostile. I always say hostile, but you pronounce it hostile. But
Yeah.
you in the
It's
window on
hostile, like tomato.
yeah, in the video. You like standing, sitting in the window, looking out the window. You remember, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, yeah, this that hit.
Yeah, I knew. I was like, oh, he finna rip. He about to rip. You ripped it, man. You ripped it, boy. You say first time I ever heard
That
somebody
actually
use
was
the
a
word.
single on Eric's No Pressure.
Yeah, that's the first time I heard somebody a rapper use the word. Well, anybody use the word cerebellum in a song. Like you said, cerebellum. You got a crew. You better tell them.
Yeah, because I used to be in I'm like a big buff for education, extensive library, and I'm like scholastic in school, so I heard the education. So I would be in science class. My soccer coach, which was my basketball coach, Mr. Watkins, and then Mr. Mott was my English teacher. So I would be in class reading the books, but actually these words, scientific words would come out at me. So instead of doing in class, doing work, I would have like one time me and my boy Apple stole a gun from Warren. So I had the 2.5. I was breaking the gun down, but I was also writing rhymes. In the back of the class, I had the book up so the teacher wouldn't see it. So the words were just coming at me, these like 4 and 5 syllable words. So I knew in hip hop around that time you had to be original. You had to have your own style. You couldn't sound like nobody, and you had to have a niche. So I would emulate LL Cool J, MC Shan, and the Ghetto Boys, and NWA and EPMD. So that you went back to the name, I was like, well, I just went with my name. I'm Keith Omar Murray Jr. My father is Keith Omar Murray Sr. Bubba. I'm Baby Bubba. Hubba Bubba, if you're nasty. He used to always say that. So, and my uncle and my grandma, my uncle Marvin, and my grandmother Dolly Mae called me Keysmo. So the Keith Murray, it just stuck. So I may change my name to Keysmo now, but the Keith Murray, Baby Bubba, Keysmo.
I'm glad you went with Keith Murray. I wish I would have went with Willie Dennis instead of just Willie D, because it presents issues from time to time when you're trying to do real business, right? Yeah, it's cool, in hip hop and on stage or whatever. But when the stage is just a fraction of your life,
Right.
and so when you're trying to do other things, even when you get your plaque, man, you got it, Willie D. Dennis, all that kind of stuff,
yeah, but
man.
you did do Willie D. You kept the name.
Yeah.
And then Eric Sermon had Eric Sermon, Paris Smith, and Slick Ricky Walters, James Tar Smith. So it wasn't hard for me not to use my original name because the sobriquets or the nicknames didn't stick with me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's dope. That's super, super dope.
And then you got to be careful for what you name yourself, because if you name yourself that, it could be negative or positive, and it will take that form.
Oh, yeah. It happens like that, especially if you name yourself 50 shots. I killed 9 people.
Yeah, my boy
Hold on.
Two-Face. Named himself Two-Face. He shot
It's
himself
like,
in
yo.
the face and committed suicide.
Yeah.
When my man shot him, God bless his dad, his sister, he used to go with his sister. Two-Face shot himself in the garage because the FBI came and got him because we were selling a lot of drugs, but at that time I wasn't. I got out of the game, and he was still selling kilos and stuff. And then he had a girl who was a mule, and they hid her. And then the FBI found her, and then came and got him, and he killed himself in the garage on his birthday. Two-Face. God bless the dead.